sit back, chill out, vibe out. Yeah. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. Hey, sit back, chill out, vibe out. Up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. Up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Watch out. We up in this thing with the game, reporting live from the south, from the dirty main. Pocket full of lit and old change. Hot days on 85, cookouts and cold drinks. Play this on your radio in your wide body. Slow riding, bendy, Kersey, Gilly, Cash pumping through the stereo. Sports news, story, shit happens, my dude. You already know what I'm on. Young blood, we up in that smoke. Follow Emmy, Piff, and Slow. Chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke. Sit back, chill out, vibe out. We up in smoke.
Up in smoke, vibing and chilling. Up in smoke, morning and evening. Up in smoke, vibing and chilling. Up in smoke, morning and evening. Up in smoke, vibing and chilling.
Yo, welcome to the Up and Smoke Podcast. We back in this thing, man. Episode number 2. I'm in Prince of Piss Off Palace, man. Popo's Palace, man. What's up with you, man? What's going on?
Man, I ain't nothing. I'm putting this thing, man. About to get another episode in the atmosphere, man. What's going on with you today, G?
Man, you already know me. I'm just cooling, man. I'm just cooling. I had some good receptions from the first episode, so you know we had to come right back for number 2. Had to come right back for number 2, man.
Word.
Yeah, so dig this, man. Seen something on Facebook that was very interesting, man. Lupe Fiasco, yo boy. Lupe and Joe Budden. What's up with it?
Lupe and Joe Budden?
Lupe and Joe Budden.
What Lupe say?
Lupe said Joe Budden don't want them hands, man.
Like knuckle up?
Like fighting. He said, what's happening? He said, yeah, you might be nice in Street Fighter, but I'm a Chicago kid. What's up with these hands? Catch this L.
Man, I don't think Joe Budden is really about that. Cause Joe Budden a street dude, but I don't think Joe Budden is really about that get down, hit down for real though.
Nah, man, I don't think so, man. Joe Budden, I think the best he got, man, is the mouth. And you know, he talked a lot of action on that Daily Struggle podcast about what he'll do or whatever, and he talks real aggressive, you know, and what I know about aggressive talking niggas, man, sometimes they ain't about nothing. You know, not all the time, but sometimes.
Facts. When niggas talk real aggressive, they talk real aggressive to scare you on trying to pursue fighting them because they know they really don't want them problems. So they talk big at you, so you won't come around with some that issue. Like, man, what's good? Let's probably throw some ones real quick. They'll go pull a pistol, try to scare you or something like that. Then rather come at you with some hard body. Let's knuckle up real quick. Anybody can grab a pistol. You know what I'm saying?
So here's the post right here. Joe Budden posted on Instagram, posted a picture, man. It's starting to become greater than I imagined. Soon you'll understand. Lupe replied under his post, this nigga sitting on this ultra-modern balcony enjoying a pussy-ass summer breeze with the sock shoes staring off into distance looking at nothing when he could be looking at these hands. First off, he said the sock shoes. Are they the same shit that Cardi B was talking about? They the same shit Cardi B talking about?
It could be.
Man, bro.
So Lupe told Joe Budden that?
Lupe told Joe Budden that. He said he's staring off, looking into a distance with nothing, where he could be looking at these hands. So he could be looking at the back of his eyelids, basically. Right? He said, stop the ducking, Joe. Streets is calling you. Street fighter, that is. You can go back to gazing into the heart of clarity once you catch these multiple L's. Chicago hand game.
Ooh. Lupe talking that ratchet to him, ain't
Lupe about that action look like. I don't know, man. It's interesting because I think that with that right there, man, I'm not a big northern rap fan. Majority of my catalog consists of country rap tunes. If you don't know what country rap tunes are, man, that's the live instrumentation. That's the southern drawl that you all love. You know what I'm talking about? But a lot of people aren't into it. We had a discussion one time before. Not a discussion, rather a heated argument about music. It's particularly in this area. Me growing up in multiple places, I've had different, varieties of music to consume. More of which was Southern music. Southern music meaning, your Luda and your T.I. and your UGK and your 3-6 Mafia, your Lil White, your Trick Daddy, your Outkast, your Goody Mob, Organized Noise, 8-Ball, MJG, etc. So the debate was what was heard more. I said it was East Coast rap around this area, because East Coast rap, from what I remember hearing, would be like a lot of DMX, a lot of Jay-Z, a lot of Nas, around this area. Mike didn't think so. He doesn't think so. He thinks it's a mixture of the two, which is possibly true. Like I said, I didn't spend a lot of time in this area. I, moved a lot. So that's just a touch, man. So what I want to do is give you a few of the albums that I listen to regularly on the daily. If you've listened to them, maybe you agree. If you haven't, maybe you don't agree. But that Goody Mob Soul Food album, slept on.
Heavy tone.
Country rap tone, slept on.
Heavy tone.
Any UGK album. I still don't think they get the respect they deserve.
No, they don't.
Mike.
UGK.
Go ahead.
Thing about UGK that people don't understand is they what Possessed will have it pimp. A lot of the country tunes we get nowadays are made off something they already done, or tunes they already created. So really what Southern rappers doing now is trying to recreate Pimp C legacy. So it seems like to me. Like Pimp C, he left a stain on Southern trap music. He left a stain in Southern music. So it seems like everybody sample. It seems like everybody trying to live up or trying to sound better than him, because he really paved the way in what rap tunes, a country rap tune, we're really talking about at the time.
Yeah. As well, man. Pimp C's book. I know it went from music to books, but Pimp C's book, it was a very good book. So, real quick, and we just gonna switch lanes for a second. We're gonna talk about books for a second, just real quick. As I said, Pimp C's book was very good. I'm listening to the Jay Prince book now. Very good. Very good.
That's an insightful book. I had a pleasure of reading or listening to Jay Prince book. I haven't completed it yet, but I'm almost at the last chapter of his book. And for what I heard from him creating organized noise and him creating a lot of pathway to rap music in the South, and the influence that Jay Prince have on in the South is really eye opening. Cause I didn't really know Jay Prince had all that hand power like he had.
Jay Prince, man, he's very influential in the careers of a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you another thing. Well, still speaking on books. Afeni Shakur, not Afeni Shakur, but Asika Shakur, I believe his name is. Monster Cody, good book. It's a biography written by him in which he depicts his story, man, and he basically tells you the process of getting banged into being a Crip in LA. See, one thing about me is this. I'm not a hood nigga, but I've been in and out of different situations. And just the imagery he can, put in your head based on, how he writes and what he say. Like, one part of the book basically tells how it starts off, basically tells how he was throwing gang signs in his elementary school graduation picture. With something on his mind that he has to leave there and go do a mission to get banged in. And this guy is like in like 3rd or 4th grade. So imagine your 3rd or 4th grade baby throwing gang signs in the picture, but then going and hanging out with some 20, 25-year-old niggas loading up a shotgun.
Yeah, that's fact.
Cocking that thing back. So, the Gucci book, that was a good book. I still got questions about him because this man didn't write a book until he got out of prison, and then the clone rumor started happening. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know what's up with it.
Gucci clone? You saying Gucci clone?
I don't know, man. Like,
I mean. He did have a lot of time to sit down. He might wrote that thing in prison because he had a lot of time to sit down and reflect on his life and all the foolery that he involved himself in and all the things that he do in his life that people don't understand. Maybe he turned on a new leaf, man. I mean,
see, I respect that, and ain't nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, the Gucci that I grew up listening to, that man wouldn't have wrote a book when he came out of prison. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying the old Gucci was a dummy?
Man, nah, I ain't saying the old Watt was a dummy, but at the same time,
he was about that. Pushing that word.
Yeah, like if you listen to
get them yams.
If you listen to the song In the South on Boomerverse, that Big Boy album, which is a great album, by the way. If y'all haven't listened to it, please go make sure you download that. But that song In the South, that song was prior to Gucci being locked up.
True that.
And he sounded like Gucci. He sounded, when I think about Gucci, I think about, is you rolling? Bitch, I might motherfucker big goddamn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think about Gucci.
So you want the State versus Rachel Davis Gucci?
Yeah, like when I think about Walk, man, I think about I was trapping down a corner, down on Flintwood. Packet bag, short of water, 100 pounds of good. I was trapping like a fool. Me and that fat fool. You know what I'm saying? I was trapping like a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or that rain this way, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, this new guy is snapping. If it is Gucci, that's cool, but like I got questions for this new nigga.
So I got a question for you. If you questioning it's Gucci. It's Gucci. What about Tip?
That's Tip though, cause Tip ain't gonna let no clone that nigga get
Tip ain't Tip though.
But man, Tip still Tip though, cause I guarantee you, anytime, any given place, Tip still about that action.
Yeah. For sure.
This new Gucci nigga, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because think about it. Walker came out talking sideways about this man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The old Gucci was on Twitter, Instagram, Twitter. Goddamn, hey man, fuck that shit, fuck that nigga, man. I'ma do this to you, boy. Wait till I see you. You know what I'm saying? But this new nigga, he like, oh man, go on, cuz. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he on parole or something. Maybe he don't want to go back to the pen. Yeah, I respect that, and ain't nothing wrong with
that.
But
the old Gucci pulled up on you and with the yall for Rob,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We want that Gucci right there.
I want that
Gucci
pull up on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hopped out the wheel. You know what I'm saying? Wait, say. Jock mad at me. They don't like me. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody like me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boys ain't the
hopped out the damn Ferrari, boy, with the engine running, pull up on Jock. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. But like, other people went to jail, but they came back relatively the same nigga. Like, this nigga, like, okay. The last time, like, not saying he wasn't a fashionable dude, because he always liked fashion, right? But at the same time, like, I remember, you know, the old Gucci saying, I got my Dojis on, can't see anything. You know what I'm saying? I remember that Gucci.
Yeah, I remember that.
Not this dude that's on Instagram taking pics like he a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like he a sassy bitch. I don't know who that guy is, because the WAP that I know, bro.
But I'm gonna say one thing, man.
Look, let me ask you this. The last Gucci that we know, was he a photogenic nigga? Like he like taking pictures with like minks on and shit.
Yeah.
But you think this new Gucci, like skin tight clothes? Come on, man. That ain't WAP. This the same nigga that talked about them folks, man. That's the same nigga that talked about them people.
Hey, check this out though.
He put a diss on everybody. That
maybe, you know, the power of that Kuntry Cat could change your life.
Man.
Gucci got out of prison and walked down that aisle though.
Yeah, he did.
So is it the Kuntry Cat that caused him to change like that?
Okay, and then it's a reason behind that too, because think about this. If you give your lady because I think he gave her like $500,000. I ain't stat checking, but he gave her some money before he went in.
Okay.
When he got back out, she made that $500,000 to like $3 million.
Woo. So she flipped.
So she flipped. She did something.
So
it was rumor out there she was selling cool. You know what I'm saying? It was rumor
she working them numbers while he was in lockup.
Working at night, but she was a gal of the evening, boy. That's what I heard. I mean, you know.
I don't know. I heard, you know, something like of that effect that Gucci inventory or his name in the street never really stopped when he was locked up. And Gucci he the only rapper that was making rap songs while he was locked up.
And you know what? I can't say this. I think he still has some income coming in, because remember from the book that I read, man, he had Pee Wee Longway when he was about to get locked up. He had Migos when he was about to get locked up. But they all did their own thing.
Yeah.
He had Thug. He had a lot of people, you know, before he got locked up and before they blew, actually. Like, it was a story in the book. See, I love old hip-hop stories. There's a story in the book how, see, Migos, they from North Georgia. They from the same place Lou Williams from. And Lou Williams a basketball player. So, Lou Will, they from North Georgia. So, like, when they met Gucci according to the book, from what I read in the book, Gucci gave them some real jewelry. And they took costume jewelry off, the fashion jewelry off, and threw it in the trash can, right then and right there.
So Gucci turned them on to what really going on.
To the rap game, yeah, because I forgot how he met them, but they started coming by the brick factory. Like, I don't know, man. That's why a lot of people, they get discovered and people actually put them on because they're genuine people, they real niggas, man. A lot of these people, I've heard a lot of stories about producers meeting with people, supposedly signing them dropping a song and the song never coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that WAP did look out, even when he was in prison. You know what I'm saying? The boys did rock with him. I can't say that. So now that was it for our music segment, man. So now we're gonna go over to sports, man. Ooh boy. But Carmelo Anthony traded to the Atlanta Hawks. I said about 3-4 years ago that the guy was done. I said it and I stand by it. I don't flip flop, say anything like that. I stand by it. Melo is not even a shell of his former self. I want y'all listeners to do me a favor. Go back and watch Melo highlights from like 06, 07, 08, 09. Right? Melo isn't even, you know how when you playing Gran Turismo and you got the ghost mode when you trying to beat yourself? He don't even got that, cuz. The nigga done, man. Look. The nigga done, man. Look, man, hold on. Look, his legs ain't telling him, hey man, bro, you gotta get off the ground. You gotta get off the ground for this dunk. His legs don't tell him that no more. His legs don't tell him, hey bro, you gotta get enough elevation to shoot this jumper. His legs don't tell him that no more. He done, man. He might well collect a little 20-something million from the Hawks after they buy him out. Go and sit down somewhere.
Melo, let me tell you about Melo. Now, I ain't gonna flip, so I'm gonna keep my same energy. I said, Melo did mess his knees up. You know what I'm saying? That was his first full season back since the knee injuries. You know what I'm saying? And he really didn't want to be at Oklahoma City because when he was Oklahoma City to get out of New York City. You know what I'm saying? He really wanted to go to Houston. But if he go to Houston, I don't know why he want to go to Houston because they got D'Antoni. D'Antoni gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he can't shoot like he used to shoot with no point to playing in a high touted offense. You know what I'm saying? He ain't able to keep up. The knees ain't work. So what Melo need to do is sit out, rehab his body, and come back the following year and try to play on somebody's team. Because Melo's problem is his mind. He been a dog all his life, from elementary, high school, college. He was number one. He ain't never been no second tier player. He always been number one. So in his mind, he's still the dog. He's still the man. But his body ain't telling, hey bro, like you said, hey bro, hey dog, I think you might need to come off the bench, man. You ain't ready to start. You know what I'm saying?
He just like
he's doing the same thing Allen Iverson did. When Allen Iverson went to Denver, they brought him off the bench.
Melo body is just like, your grandparents' old Ford Chevrolet truck. You gotta go out there and put some seafoam in it. Start it up. You gotta let it run for about 5-10 minutes. Just like the warm up. Just the warm up for Melo is just like putting some seafoam in your carburetor and putting some 93 gas in it. Because he needs it. I'm gonna say that when I told you guys that Melo was a 3rd or 4th tier superstar 3-4 years ago, nobody believed me. There aren't now, and here's the confusion. When I say that there are 30 players in the NBA, 40 players in the NBA better than Carmelo, I mean different positions. Now, when you break it down to small forward, I can probably give you right off top, I can give you a couple. I haven't tried to name them, but I mean, I can do it. Like
Hold on now. We talking about small foot, okay?
Jason Tatum.
Ooh, oh. Now, Jason Tatum better than Melo. No. Let me say this before you go there. Hold on. Before you go there, let me say this. Melo haven't played small forward in 3 years.
But see, the
Now, hold on. But him being playing, do you actually think he played horrible like that because he wanted to go Oklahoma City to get rid of him?
Man, no, I just think he done.
I really don't think, because we didn't see that in the summertime.
Nah, see, we.
Hoodie Melo was balling. Hoodie Melo was hooping.
But the problem is you can't wear no hoodies in the NBA game.
But when we had that hood on, he was shooting the high level. He was knocking it down. I don't believe Melo really want to be in Oklahoma City, bro. I don't believe it. I think he used Oklahoma City to get out of New York City because he didn't want to play in New York. He wanted to get out of New York. And he wanted New York to trade him to Houston, but they did. New York did him like San Antonio did Kawhi.
Yeah. I don't think Houston had enough pieces to make that move.
Yeah.
They probably did, but like they would have to give up key bitch guys like
I'm happy he did
and stuff like that.
I'm happy James Harden went and got that max deal he got, because if James Harden didn't take that max deal, we would never land LeBron. Lakers would never land LeBron if James Harden didn't take that max deal.
Speaking of, man, I think that what we have now, we don't have to make too many moves. I think what we have now probably add. Honestly, I kind of wish we would have kind of kept Brook, because he's a versatile center. He can space the floor and shoot the three. He could play the post. And JaVale McGee, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know. Like, he's won 2 championships, but other than that, what can you say about his career? Like people say, okay, he's gotten better. He don't mess up as much and stuff like that. Okay, cool.
One thing JaVale McGee got,
What?
that Brook Lopez don't have and will never have,
What?
is speed. Brook Lopez is a slow running.
He does run the floor.
Guy.
He runs the floor. So my
JaVale
question
McGee can
is,
switch off and get on the little man.
my question is, and then when he does switch off, sometimes he gets embarrassed. They embarrass him. They make him look stupid. They make him look foolish. Just like, okay, and we're gonna bring this conversation to the podcast. We talked about making people looking foolish, and this just reminded me of something. Best handles in the NBA. For one point, I'm a visionary like this. If you got it and you get fucked up, you don't got it no more.
Facts. I believe that.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
It just like if you got the WWF belt. If you got the WWF belt, you got it. If you get fucked up, you don't got it no more. Just NBA handles. You got handles. I look at it as street ball. If you got handles, you get fucked up, you don't got the best handle no more. When you think about hot sauce fucked everybody up. Everybody. Until you could fuck up hot sauce, that's when you had the handle. So Steph has an amazing handle, but when you look at his matchups, majority of the time, he's on the top of the key with a big man. He's on the top with a 4 or 5. Kyrie, it don't matter who you give to him, they gonna get sauced. I'm talking about he gonna give you the spaghetti with the extra ragu. They gonna get sauced up, man. Get sauced up. And one thing that I like about him, Mitch Richmond taught him a lot. And Mitch Richmond was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. One thing that kids have an advantage of now is looking at videos on the internet. So, man, go look at some of these older guards, man, that y'all think that Kyrie got this amazing handle, man. Sham God and all these guys were, man, they were amazing.
Let me ask you this, before we get part, let me ask you this. If Dame Lillard had stupid handles, would Dame Lillard be a complete guard if he had handles?
And you know, Dame, my boy. Dame is one of my favorite point guards, if not my favorite point guard. I'm gonna say this about Dame. If Dame had a handle, he could be up there because he has the explosiveness to get to the rack. He has somewhat of a handle. He has something to get, him free, but he doesn't have that John Wall, Kyrie. Because imagine if John Wall had Damian Lillard jump shot. How dangerous would that be?
See, that's what I'm saying. Dame, them three guys got tangible that the other ones don't have. Like, Dame got the explosiveness
and the shot
to get to the rack, right?
And the jumper. Yep.
John Wall got that, but the thing John Wall, Dame don't have, the Kyrie have is can finish at the rack
and the clutch
on both sides.
And the clutch.
And the clutch shot. Yeah. Kyrie,
Dame, don't get me wrong, Dame my boy, but he isn't clutch. He is not clutch. Like he can hit a game winner in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, when it matters, I think he's passive. I think he's passive, and he'll give it up to CJ. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying Dame get that what we call the Mambo mentality.
He needs it, man. If he gets that, then he can be up with the top tier guards. Because as of right now, man, and he's my guy, but Dame is like a second tier point guard right now. It's a lot of guys that aren't better than him, but it's a lot of guys some guys that are better than him. I think if Schroeder got his shit together, he would be better than a lot of niggas, man. Schroeder's quick.
I got to go there. I'm gonna go there. Chris Paul.
What about him?
Chris Paul. Everybody says that Chris Paul is that guy. He's that bad point guard. But me personally, my opinion, Chris Paul is nice. I like Chris Paul. But Chris Paul is just like John Wall. In my opinion, Chris Paul cannot stay healthy to get the job done. He'll get hurt in a pivotal moment, and when the team needs him the most, he's not there. He's not a factor where they need him, just like John Wall.
Yeah,
now,
that's very true. That's true.
CP never gonna get a ring because of that. Because he's cursed, bro. Chris Paul is a cursed guard. Chris Paul is a cursed point guard to the fact that he cannot get out of the playoff. He cannot get to that spot. He had 2 times this year and his third or fourth year in the Clippers uniform.
Got a question.
He should have went to the chip.
Got a question for you.
He got hurt.
Question for you.
Huh?
It's a question for you. Got a question for you.
All right.
And it's gonna take some thinking. Now, this is about who's the better guard, not point guard, not shooting guard. Who's the better guard? Like, who has the it factor? Now, of course, because this guy has won a championship or 2, but okay, let me ask you this: Chris Paul or Dwayne Wade?
Chris Paul or Dwayne Wade?
Chris Paul or D Wade? D Wade played the 1 for a little bit when he first came in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, in 2006, he'll play in the 1.
Yeah, he played a little bit.
Dwayne Wade.
CP or Dwayne Wade? Minus the champion. Take the championships away. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Dwayne Wade.
Why?
Because Dwayne Wade was a bad boy before them knee injuries. You know what I'm saying? He injuries prone like Chris Paul, but Dwayne Wade did something Chris Paul ain't done. He carried the team by himself.
Yeah.
Chris Paul haven't.
Yeah.
Even when Chris Paul had Tyson Chandler, Then he had Delonte, D. West, Tyson Chandler, Jerry Jack, Trevor Reeves.
Yeah.
That team should have did something.
But they played LA and they won.
Yeah, they did. But
they took us to 6 or 7.
They took us to 6.
Yeah.
They did take us to 6. But I'm gonna say this. D Wade is a better guard than Chris Paul by the fact that D Wade is a better shooter than Chris Paul.
And Chris Paul can knock him down now.
He can knock him down. But can Chris Paul knock him down when he's fatigued? D Wade knocked him down in the third, fourth quarter when he tired.
Yeah, that's true. Chris Paul.
D Wade. I don't think Chris Paul maybe had over D Wade, but I can't really say that because it's passing. He can see the floor, but D Wade could pass. We play the point too, though.
Now, let me say this: talking about point guards, Steph Curry in the NBA Finals, his clutch ability. Does he have it? Does he have the ability to be clutch in the fight? Because it seems like to me, man, Kevin Durant helped him more than anything. His clutch ability, like come fourth quarter, Steph does a lot of his work quarters 1, 2, and 3. Come 4. He becomes passive. Do you see that? Do you think that's true or?
Steph did exactly what D Wade did with LeBron. Took a back seat. Steph went in and let that man come in and take his team.
So Steph, the man that was drafted to Golden State first, before Clay, before anybody, he's the longest lasting warrior on that team. Let this man come in
and snatch his spot.
Take his spot.
Take his limelight.
That's true.
Steph really been passive
the past 2 years.
Since KD got there.
Yeah.
We have been in MVP talks since KD got there.
Yeah, you're right. So, all right, we about to wrap this up, man. Last segment. You know what it is. Favorite part of the show. Shit happens.
Alright.
Shit happens, man. You know how the rules go. Tell a story that you don't mind telling. Something that we might not have heard, but at the end of the story, man, it should be. At the end of the story, it should be something that's. Shit happens. You know the rules. I go first. You go first.
Alright. Well, I go first.
All right.
We'll talk about a time where I was doing something I hadn't been doing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what I was doing, but I was doing something I hadn't been doing, and I got caught. But when I got caught, or whatever, I got caught, but I didn't get caught. You know what I'm saying? They make it like, you know what I'm saying, the man, you know what I'm saying, searched me or whatever. And then he ain't find that or whatever. So I got rid of what I had. So I ride in the car with my pops. And without even thinking like, yo, this is my pops. Like I want to think, me and my pops was like, man, this is my pop. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even thinking at the time, this is my daddy I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's like, man, why you so quiet? Man, yo, I think I done messed up. I had something on me today. The man searched me, man, but he ain't find it. Man, my daddy stopped on slam the brakes. Hit me side of the head. Boom! My head hit the window. Pow! Pow! He said, you lost your goddamn mind, ain't you? You effing up, Mike. You going to jail. Don't say nothing to me. But I looked at daddy up, man. Look, man. Shit happened.
Boy, your dad about to damn give you a concussion, boy.
Oh, dude, hit me so hard, boy. He hit the window, boy. I'm talking about.
they're gonna use your body for autopsy for CTE, like the football players, boy. So tell you about my story, man. My story, it was when I was working, and it was actually two. When I was working in Viking Village, and when I was working in the complex. So when I was working in the complex, I had the master key. I can go and let anybody in. So rewind that year before, I was working in University Towers, the freshman boys dorm. Desk assistant, cooling. I was pulling in about like damn near $1,000 a month, cooling, doing nothing, homework, sitting at the desk, nothing. Letting the boys slide on up to letting the boys slide girls up to their room for about, you know what I'm saying, nice little slice of pizza or you know what I'm saying, some bag of chips, honey bun, soda or something like that. Nigga, you know, nigga get thirsty. Backtrack, go forward to the complex, working in the complex. See, a nigga like me always gotta find a loophole. Somehow, some way. It got to be some way around doing all this motherfucking work. I'm not finna sit in here and be on midnight shift when they got homecoming, Viking Fest, yard parties all day. I'm just sitting in there cooling, doing nothing. Man, I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm out. You hear me? So, what I do, I'm a real nigga. What I do, I put a sign on the door. Said, call my phone if you need assistance. I go back to my room. Now, I'm gonna give y'all a visionary of where the complex is to University Suites. Okay, so the complex is, you know, well, y'all if you went to ECSU, you know what a complex is, but let's just say it's roughly about like 1,000 feet. Yeah, let's say 1,000 feet, 1,000 yards. Let's say roughly about 1,000 yards. So I go back to my room. I'm up there. I'm having parties. I'm going drinking liquor. I'm cooling. So the dude, like I say, I had to find a way around it. So I knew that Mr. Mullen didn't live on campus. I knew Mr. Mullen didn't live on campus because he a boss nigga. Hey, it's Mullins, man. You know, Mr. Mullins, smooth motherfucker. It's Mullins, man. Right? Like, hey, Mr. Mullins, what he glasses. So, Mullins and Jones were real cool. Mr. Mullins and Miss Jones were real cool. And they knew me from working in UT. They knew I was a good worker, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, what happens is, one day, I don't know what happened. I'm gone. I done left post. I'm supposed to be on from like 3 to like 12, something like that. Some crazy shit. Something crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I go back to my room. Mullins goes to the complex, calls my number. This nigga called me on my cell phone and was like, hey Chris, man, this Mullins, man, you trying to play me, man? For real, like he an OG gangster. You trying to play Mullins, man? And I'm like, bro, nah, man, I won't feel it. I couldn't lie to him. I just went on. So you know what happened? I got fired. Shit happens. So you know what happened? But this guy snitched on me. You know, and it was some crazy stuff, but that's my shit happen story for today, man. Look, I appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Episode number 2 in this thing, man. Disclosed remote location. I'm on the Eastern Seaboard. I don't even know what the fuck that mean. I just want to say it. I don't even know what Eastern Seaboard mean, man. But hey,
subscribe, man. Follow, subscribe. Tell your friend about it.
Look, man.
Pass it on, man.
If you like it on SoundCloud, man. If you love it, hit us up, man. Drop us a line and tell us what you want to hear, man. If you got any stories that you want to tell, anything that you went through, man, we'll be more than glad to tell them, man. Any special guests that want to come up here, man, and talk about their profession, their life, or whatever, man. We all here for it, man. Hit us in the Gmail for the site, or for the podcast, coachgillum65@gmail.com. You can hit us on Facebook, hit us on Instagram. My Instagram is @Piff, @_Piff. Mike.
Miracle Mike. I think it's Miracle Mike 07. Something like that. I gotta go see. I don't know. I'll tell y'all next time though. I think it's Miracle Mike something.
Yeah, man. We got an interview coming. We got a dope intro coming from a rapper.
Yeah.
I know personally. So it's gonna be real dope, man.
Yeah,
y'all rock
stay
with
tuned,
us,
man. Heavy tune coming.
Y'all rock with us, man. Stay tuned, man. Peace. Alright. So look, about to get ready for this Sean Holley interview, fire interview, man. This coach really has his head on his shoulders, correct? He's moving up in the rankings fast. Very confident head coach, very confident young man. I believe in him. He believes in himself. You guys should believe in him. Coming up next, man, next coming interviews, we got some fire coming for y'all, man. We have Coach Walker from Grambling State University. Yes, Coach Sean Walker is coming to the Up and Smoke podcast. We have Kenny Williams, former NBA first round pick. Yes, Kenny Williams is fucking with the podcast. He said it's his favorite podcast. That's what Kenny Williams said. Sean Walker said this is his son' favorite podcast. Yeah, Bucci, he said it's his favorite podcast. Then we got Angelo Sharpless coming up. He said this is his nephew, stepson, granddaddy favorite podcast. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all rock with us, man. We got some celebrities coming through, man. We have Coach Corey Crossan coming through, man. Yeah, y'all hear Cassidy laughing. We got Coach Corey Crossan coming through. We got Coach Chris Cherry coming through. We have a lot of guests for y'all, man. So we coming with some fire, man. Y'all vibe with us, man. Y'all stick with us. All right? Up and Smoke Podcast. Yo. Welcome to the Up and Smoke Podcast. I got a very special guest for you guys today, man. I got Coach Sean Holley in the building. Tell him what's up, Coach.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for having me, man.
Episode 2, interview 2, man. We're going to get straight to the nitty gritty. We're going to go ahead and get down to it. Coach Holley, tell us what's up, man. What's going on with the coaching situation, man? From what I heard, you done moved up. You upgraded. You went from a middle school to a high school defensive coordinator position, man. Tell me about that, man.
Man, it's just, I don't know, I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. My mentor, Coach Waverly Tilley, coached at Elizabeth City State for a long time, and his main piece of advice was just, be at the right place at the right time and be open, and good things will happen. So.
Man, that's some good advice. Grind hard. Well, you started off, man, in college with us, man, with the River Road Rockets dynasty. Tell the listeners about that, man. Tell them about being in college and getting that experience that led you to the position that you are now, man. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's definitely important to get started when you're as young as you can, man. Like, if you want to pursue coaching of any kind, whether it be football, basketball, whatever your sport is, start as early as you can, because you don't want to wait until you finish college and you got to get a job and then go into coaching. Like, it's gonna be kind of difficult. So if you go like while you in college and you grind out, don't get me wrong, it's a grind, man. Mm-hmm. It's work, but if you can stay in your books like we preach to the kids, and you get out there and you work your hardest and grind, man, can't go wrong. Good things will happen.
Yeah, man, definitely. So tell us about being the defensive coordinator, one of the defensive coaches for the River Road Rockets. Tell us about that, man. Tell us about that grind. Tell us about how that went about. Tell us about getting these guys in a position to perform. Tell us about that.
Well, the biggest thing coaching defense to get guys to perform is, my thing on defense is you don't want a whole lot of thinking. You want guys to just go out there and, read and react. And if you got a big playbook, like a big verbose playbook, it makes them think. So what we did is we cut down the playbook, maybe two fronts, like maybe 4 or 5 different blitzes, 1 base coverage, and maybe like 2 secondary coverages. And then they can pick that up in a week. And then you keep doing that all season long. Sooner or later, it's going to be second nature. They don't have to think,
That's it, man. That's it. Talk to us about going up against this dynamic offense that I heard so much about at River Road. And talk to us about going up against, DeMar and Brian. And these guys played both sides of the ball, obviously, in middle school. But talk to us about, the times that we had and these battles, man. Talk to the fans about this, man.
Oh man, we had some battles in practice, man. But you know what they say, iron sharpens iron. So
definitely.
That offense was definitely something serious.
Definitely,
but
man.
defense was too.
Yeah, the defense was always ready,
look,
man. Always.
When it's competitive like that, man, like the practices are harder than the games.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And if you can get through those practices and make those plays, man, the game is going to be easy.
Definitely, man. So as it stands, at that point, how many shutouts did you have as a defensive coach? Putting you on the spot. How many? Give me a number. Give me a number.
You mean the first year or both years?
Both years combined. How many
combined, I think we had about 9 shutouts.
9 shutouts.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man. That's crazy because we would put some ass whippings on people, man.
Yeah, we
put some
would,
ass
man.
whippings.
We would.
It was a point in time where we whipped a certain team ass, and when we whipped this team ass, man, the coaches, guy that I thought I was cool. I went to college with the guy and everything. We used to call each other twin and whatnot because people say he looked like me. I don't think I look like him, but he a cool guy. After we put boot to ECMS ass.
Oh,
damn,
yeah, I remember
dude,
that.
man, stop talking to me. I was like, damn, partner. What I'm saying?
Remember that.
That happened as well over in Currituck too. I was over in Currituck for a game. Got fired, got ousted as the head coach. Then we went back over. I was the offense coordinator at River Road. We put boot to ass again. But we're not here for that. We ain't talking about me. We talking about Sean Holley.
Right.
So, talk to me about Washington County Union. Talk to me about the hardships of coaching. And we had a conversation prior to the season. The conversation stood as, hey, good kids, got to stay on. There's some great athletes.
There are.
Great athletes. Talk to me about some of these. You don't have to name names. Don't name names. We don't name names on the
Right,
show.
right.
We don't name names because we don't want to
Any
get in trouble.
problems, I feel you.
Well, not even any problems because smoke is welcome. Because this is up in smoke. You feel what I'm saying? The smoke is welcome, but not any problems. But the futures of these kids and going to the NCAA. But I'm one to say that the NCAA is a mafia. But we're gonna get to that later. Washington County Union. What did you run offense? What did you run defensively? And tell me about the tactics and where do you think it, kind of.
Well, for starters, I'm very thankful for Washington County Union giving me the opportunity.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
And the kids were awesome. They accepted me from day one. They worked their tails off, and they did most of anything I asked them. So
Yeah, man.
that's a big shout out to the kids. Now our season didn't go the way we had planned.
Yeah.
But there were some other issues that caused that, and I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But
as far as offense went, I ran a spread type wing tee offense.
Okay.
We predicated ourselves on the jet sweep.
Okay.
Everything we ran came off of that jet sweep. And if there were ever a time where we didn't know what to do, we called jet sweep.
Okay.
So that was what we did offensively. It was pretty. It actually worked pretty well. You know, only thing was, you know, certain people wanted to freelance and freestyle. You know, they thought they, you know, knew better. I'm telling you, hey, look, if you go out here and you do what you want to do, you're gonna get your head knocked off, or worse, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, man.
You know, and it happened a few times.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it wasn't anything bad. The kids just, you know, kids, they're curious. So offensively, defensively, I didn't really, you know, put much into the defense. I let the assistant coaches handle that. But they did almost like a 3-3 stack type defense. It was really good, and a lot of it had to do with the kids. They played football before, and so they already had that prior experience. So they knew, hey, look, we gotta get off these blocks. We gotta jam these receivers at the line. They knew all that.
Yeah.
So defensively, I think we were pretty good. Offense was good at times, but my main hardship was just getting all of the other, you know, fans and people to buy in. You know, because I'm not, you know, one to throw shade, but I don't really see this as shade. They really don't like to welcome outsiders, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It
You
makes a
know,
lot of
like
sense.
outsiders, to them, they don't know football.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, which is fine. You pay your money to get in. You're entitled to your opinion. But I think if you were more open, you know, you would be susceptible to having more success.
Yeah.
You can't be closed-minded completely and then expect the same success to go on. It doesn't work that way.
That's very true.
You know,
man.
so I mean, it's no ill will or hard feelings towards them. They made their decision to move on, so I made my decision to move on, and you know, I think it was best for both parties if we just, you know, went our separate ways.
Yeah.
So.
Talk to me about this call that I heard about. I heard about a call. Not sure how it went, but explain it to me. 4th and long, quarterback sneak. I heard about the call. Tell me about it. Tell me about
4th and long, quarterback sneak. Was this against Bertie County?
I have no idea. I heard about it. I was like, wow. I'm like, what?
Well, I can tell you, I have no. If you're talking about the Bertie County game, we were in 4th and like 7, and it wasn't even a 4th down. It was a 2-point conversion.
Okay.
And like my starting receiver that I had out there, he went down with cramps.
Okay, I got
And I told this dude, I'm like, dude, just go out there and stand there.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. We're on the 2-yard line. We can sneak that in, no problem.
Gotcha.
And he's like, no, my knee's cramping and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, now I'm out of timeouts at this point, so I can't call a timeout. So I'm like, I know this dude isn't serious right now. So I just grabbed the person that's closest to me, which happens to be a guy who's never played receiver before. I'm just like, dude, just go. Just stand out there.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha.
This guy is moving towards the line of scrimmage as the ball is snapped. Now, we snuck the ball. We got it. We got the 2-point conversion. We ready for overtime. But they threw a flag for illegal shift. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, so we back up to the 7-yard line. I'm like, okay. So, like I said, we ran the spread. So I say line up and spread, run jet sweep right. This guy goes under center. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And sneaks the ball from the 7-yard line. I'm like, what are you doing? Do you want to win? Like, woo!
boy, I just gave a little shout over here. Boy, that was funny.
That really happened.
As a coach, you will understand, man. That's it's tough. It's tough. Now let me ask you this: catching cramps. No, you know what? Yeah, catching cramps. Mm-hmm. What was y'all procedure? Did y'all? I know y'all had parents like Gatorade and all that stuff right there, right? Y'all did that. How much did y'all run? And I'm not, just asking.
Yeah, I got you. At practice, we ran 2,000 yards every day. Every day. 1,000 yards at the beginning, 1,000 yards at the end.
You know what, man?
And
you know what? That's crazy because when I was at the same exact school, they told me 15 was too much.
Oh yeah, they told me it was too much.
Coach, you run them to death.
They told
Coach,
me,
when you gonna practice your plays? Coach, I like, man, as long as they in shape, they can do it.
They told me the same thing.
Boy, look. I
said, look, man.
I
don't care.
So talk to me about the new position. What are you bringing different? What have you seen in yourself as a coach that you can say, you know what? Because change from a team starts on the inside as a coach. You have to look in the mirror and say, hey, well, look, we ain't scored no points last game, or we scored 6 points, or we scored, and they scored this many points. What can I do different? Sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board. So as a coach, as a head coach, have you seen anything from from when you started to now that you can say, you know what, maybe I can tweak that a little bit defensively. Maybe I can, do a little something different. Tell me about that.
Now, from my head coaching standpoint, because after the season I do a lot of reflecting, and from a head coaching standpoint, I feel like I need to not give so much. If you catch my drift,
Tell me about that.
I don't need to
what do you mean?
Like, I let my assistants do their thing. I let them coach because that's what they're there to do. But anytime that you have an assistant coach on the sideline, that if you're telling him, hey man, like he's running the defense, for example, and we're getting gashed 9, 10, 11 yards on an I formation dive play, that should not happen.
Yeah.
So I'm telling the assistant coach, hey man, you got to change it up. You got to do something different.
Yeah.
And when he's sitting there on the sideline in front of the players, man, it's gonna work, man. All that, just watch it, And I watched them 9, 10, 11 yards all the way down the field for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll take over since you can't make the changes.
As a head coach, I often, when I was a head coach, I used to go back and I would say, me and Corey's staff, Coach Overton's staff wasn't like the staff that I had.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And you can try to recreate the magic all you want. It's the Jimmys and Joes, not the X's and O's.
That's right. That's right.
Right. You can draw up the best whatever, and it'll turn into bullshit. You can't turn chicken shit to chicken salad. You can't do it. I done tried plenty of times, trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you're right about that.
All I'm saying is this right here, man. Sometimes you have to let people see what they do, and then after the game, they'll say, sometimes I got to sit back and look at myself too.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
tell the parents that, oh, that happened too. That happened too. But you know what I'm saying? This is the Up and Smoke podcast. Like I say, man. So now tell me about, what did you see? Have you watched film of Columbia High School, have you seen anything that they have done that you are going to change off the rip? Like, give me something that's hands down non-negotiable, as Washington County used to say. Give me a non-negotiable. Give me a non-negotiable.
I have seen film on them, and from a defensive standpoint, we didn't get much pressure on the quarterback. Okay, that's got to change. Okay.
Well, tell me what your Jimmys and Joes gonna do.
Well, what I would like to do is like the last year's team, they didn't blitz much. So this year, coming in as defensive coordinator, I want to blitz more. To especially on the early downs. Okay. Kind of throw curveballs at them, because most high school teams, they want to sit in their base defense and kind of feel you out. Okay. I don't want to do that. I want to hit them in the mouth right off the bat.
I got you. Now, you have a set of twins coming to you this year. I believe they're going to be in 9th grade, I want to say.
The Spencer twins?
The Spencer twins. I know their mother. Good lady, great lady. Raise them kids the right way.
That's good.
I'm going to tell you like this. Get them on your defense. Don't move them. They're some head hunters. Listen to me what I tell you. Listen to what I tell you. Mama go every night. Mama go home, cook them home cooked meals every night. It ain't none of that BS fast food.
Right.
They eat straight from mama in there. Whip, cook. Hey. Mama in there ready. I'm trying to tell you.
With that.
Get them there. On your defense, they ready. I'm telling you. Talk to me about and we almost out this thing. Talk to me about I got a few more questions for you. Talk to me about some players that we used to coach. Talk to me about and the reason why I'm asking you this, because you may have a different perspective. Not sure if you heard the first episode, but I talked to Corey about a few guys that are higher in the national rank than most. One guy was the national sack leader. Another guy has about like 7-8 offers. Another guy just got offered to Florida State. And then one guy just walked on to NC State but had an offer, a full ride from Harvard to play football.
Wow.
Yeah, but he walked away from that with NC State because he wanted to play with... I didn't say too much. Never mind. But anyway, go ahead. So talk to me about those three. The one guy that played line in 7th grade, offensive line in 7th grade, that didn't really want to do anything. The one that had an attitude early in the morning, that didn't really want to run. And talk to me about the guy that went from receiver to quarterback and corner, safety, kick return.
Mr. Do Everything.
Mr. Do Everything.
Yeah.
The Swiss Army knife.
That's him.
And then the guy that has the slept-on guy, the well-slept-on guy that came in 8th grade that couldn't catch a football. We didn't know where to put him, but he was taller than everybody. And now he has 3, and Florida State being a key one. And then another school, Tennessee. They have my school's offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator as their defensive coordinator, I want to say. Then they got the guy from Alabama come over to be their head coach. So it's a whole Alabama staff, man. It's a brand new staff in Tennessee. Should be an exciting season in the SEC. Hopefully, my boys can get back to the national title. You already know. Ugga, baby. You go ahead, man. Talk to me about
I'm going to start right there with that slept-on kid.
Yeah.
He is a prime example of, if you really work hard and attack it and really want it, nothing can stop you. Nobody can stop you but yourself. Your attitude. You can go anywhere you want. This guy, and I remember, he couldn't catch a ball. He wasn't fast. He was dang near last in the sprints every day. And he now has 3 major Division I offers. I'm not talking about FCS schools. I'm talking about the teams you see on TV on Saturdays. So
and he's long as hell.
He's long. He's gotten strong.
Man.
You can do anything.
And he goes And he's still out there for one more year. Y'all need to go check him out, man. And then we got another kid. We had another kid. We had him in 7th grade. His dad, I worked with his dad at the elementary school. But talk to me about the other guy that has like 7. And then talk to me about the nation sack or whatever.
I'll
order.
go to the nation sack leader, national sack leader.
Yeah, man.
That kid's a beast, man. He is a beast. Now, when he first started out with us, he had the mentality of, oh, I'm the biggest guy out here. I can, just run over these guys.
Yeah.
And when he got to be a freshman, he played varsity. They moved him up for the playoffs, and he learned really quick, oh, I can't just run over these guys.
Yeah.
So he attacked his workouts. He went to every single summer workout. And
And let me say this right here. I believe that he learned a lot from the guy that was ahead of him. The year, our 7th grade year, the one that nobody could block. That guy, the one that just bulldog your line and set the center in the quarterback lap.
Yep.
That dude,
he did.
He learned from him.
He did.
He went to high school and kind of just phased out a little bit. He just kind of became one of the guys.
And that you see that happen a lot.
Yeah, he was a
especially
dog.
when in college football, when they go to these big universities, that happens a lot.
Yeah, man.
So if you see the show Last Chance U,
Oh yeah.
exactly
I watched it.
That's him, 100%.
And see, you know what? I'm in school right now to be a guidance counselor because I want to combat that. I want to remedy that situation.
That's
what I
right.
want to do, I want to be the guy to say, you know what, man, come holler at me. You know what? Let's get your film out there. Let's get you out there. Let's show you what else you can do other than play football, because you're going to need something else to fall back on.
That's right.
You're going to need, okay, well, look, you know what? Let me take you down the road. Let me show you what's around here real quick, just in case you stay around the area. You got the gas station. I told one guy, you didn't have an opportunity to coach him, but he's an amazing athlete. Man, look, I told this one guy straight up. I said, look, bro, you better straighten up, or you're going to be a sandwich artist. He said, Coach G, what's that? I said, a nigga in Subway making sandwiches. I said, look, so if y'all like to disrespect people and disrespect teachers and coaches,
especially guys that are giving you their time, they're pouring into you, man.
I said, look, man, you don't got to worry about me, because when I see you in the gas station, I'm going to tell you, look, give me 50 on pump 7, give me 93. Don't mess it up now. I'm gonna tell you straight up like that. I'm gonna be disrespectful for you because you ain't listened to me when you was young.
That's exactly
you dig
right.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in a position where I can tell you. I was in a position where I could tell you better, but you ain't want to listen. But that's another rant for another day.
Right.
Man, talk to me about the last guy.
The last guy. Now, I'm not sure what happened and what caused him to, go to where he's at now, but that really hurts because, one, he's an amazing athlete. You can't replace somebody like that. No matter how you may feel, no matter what you may think, you can't replace somebody like that. Okay, but the guy's an amazing athlete, and what I love most about him is his attitude.
Yeah,
he came and worked every day. He didn't talk smack.
Quiet,
he didn't disrespect the coaches.
No, man.
All he said, okay, and just did it.
Yeah.
And that's what I love most about him. That's what's going to propel him to
and
to
what's
the next
crazy
level.
is, like Coach just said, man, this guy, it didn't matter if somebody else messed up and he wasn't in that group. If Coach Overton said, y'all go down to the tree down there and get me a leaf and come back. Every time you go down there and get me a leaf, I should have 10 leaves from 10 people. From everybody. 10 leaves from everybody by the time you get back down here, whatever, right? When Coach said that, he didn't fuss, he didn't fight, he didn't argue. He didn't say, man, I ain't do it, Coach. It wasn't me. It wasn't the receivers. It wasn't the corners. It wasn't the safeties. It wasn't the secondary. He ain't say that.
Just did it.
He laced up his boots, tightened up his wrestling shorts, and became motherfucking Ric Flair, swagged out. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
That's him. And
So-
that's what makes him so. That's what makes him so great, man. And I'm really excited to see what he does.
Oh, he gonna be a problem.
I'm really excited.
He gonna be a problem. But one more thing, two more things.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the segment ender, the last segment. But first question, NCAA. What do you think about them? How do you feel about the NCAA? Personally, this is your personal thoughts.
Personally, I just think that the NCAA is trying to take advantage of the kids, for lack of a better word. Like they could, at the very least, like, I'm not saying pay these guys 100 stacks or anything like that. That's outrageous. But like, just give the kids a little something to live off of, you know. And I'm sitting here wondering when they're gonna bring my game back.
Yeah.
You know, because that was my game.
They have a college football game. It's not NCAA, but it's some guys out of Atlanta coming together. Got some funding from like NCAA. NBA players. They're gonna have a basketball game and a football game coming out next year.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's gonna be on Xbox. I think it's gonna be download only, but I don't think it's gonna be a digital copy. Physical copy. I think it's gonna be download only.
I might have to
Look it
check
up
it
on
out,
YouTube.
man.
It's
I might have to
dope,
check it
man.
out.
I forgot the name of it, but check it out. Sound like it's getting nasty outside. One more thing. All right. So the nation's top prospect is considering a HBCU. He's considering Florida A&M.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do for him? Does that, if he did go there, does it hurt him? Does it hurt his chances? Does it help his chances? He's trying to,
Yeah, and I honestly don't think it'll hurt his chances as much because, like they always say, if you're good, they'll find you.
Yeah.
So I don't think that really hurts his chances. But what I do think it does, it raises awareness to the fact that these athletes, they get these stars next to their name.
Yeah.
And then they forget, hey, my family came from an HBCU. Most of my family went to an HBCU.
That's real. That's real.
They
That's
think
honest.
they're above that
That's
because,
honest.
the NCAA and all the glamour and the fame and the
That's
money
real.
and all that stuff. So
That's real.
all that stuff ain't as important when you're in college because the NFL players the NFL GMs and all that, they don't care where you come from.
Yeah.
If you can play,
You can play.
they'll bring you on.
Now, so maybe, do you think it has anything to do with HBCUs talking about or considering paying players? Do you think that has anything to do?
I never thought of it that way.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he's in it for the money. I'm not. I mean, if it was me,
Right.
and I knew that, if I knew that, hey man, the next few years, bro, HBCUs gonna start paying more. What? Nigga, sign me up where I'm going.
Right.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it won't hurt him. All right, so last segment called Shit Happens. Shit Happens.
Oh man.
It's a segment where keep it with coaching. I'm gonna give you a story to lead off, and you're gonna be like, wow. This is my personal story. This is what I went through. You can keep it to coaching. I'm gonna tell you about my life because this is a comedy, sports, fashion, news, music, whatever podcast. We talk about everything on here. All right, so one day, me and my wife. It was before she was my wife. She was just my lady. We were living together, whatever. We went and got a bottle of Pinnacle vodka. I don't know if you know what Pinnacle is.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Pinnacle is you know what I'm saying, nice side bottle. You get about like $20-something at your local haberdashery, right? At your local speakeasy, you can get there about $21-something like that, something like that. Anyway, we decide to shoot out the whole bottle. The entire bottle. We shoot the whole thing out. Like we going at it, shot for shot. Talking shit. So the next morning, she's in pharmacy school, so she should have known better. Cause she should have told me, hey man, you need to drink some water. She should have reminded herself to drink some water. So the next morning, my stomach was kind of queasy. So I decided to go get me some herbal relief, if you dig what I'm saying. Right. So I go and try to go get this. I'm over here by Cookout. Cookout isn't there yet. It's just an empty space right there. Mm-hmm. Cookout isn't there yet. What is that place? Vans? Right there on the left? Cause Andy's. Okay. Mm-hmm. Andy's. So I'm going home. I live on River Road. Yeah, I live on River Road. I live at a little spot with a little, you know what I'm saying, lake behind it. You know what I'm saying? A little canal behind it. So I'm going to River Road. I pass by Andy's, all that food, get that all up in my nose. And you know how like on the cartoon, that junk like go up your nose and grab you and then, you know what I'm saying? So he went up my nose and grabbed. So I went in there, man, look. I had the Earl so bad. Boy, I went in that bathroom and put it down. You hear me?
Oh, man.
I went in there, bro. I'm talking about all on the sink, all on the daggone, all on the toilet, all on the floor, all, man, everywhere. I just Earled it. It was just like projectile. It was like type stuff, right? Mm. So I walked right out. I don't tell I'll tell nobody that. I hop in the car, go home, do my herbal relief, go to sleep. And I'm gone for the rest of the night. Shit happens, man.
Yeah.
Give me one, man. Give me a coaching, man. Give me a coaching story, man.
Let's see. Okay. So this past season, we're in Hertford County. And it's like 5 seconds left in the game. Now we're getting shellacked like 32-6.
Was the big dude with the dreadlocks still on the team? The real big dude with the dreadlocks? Dreadlocks
from Hertford County?
Yeah.
Man, them dudes were so big, I couldn't even tell you.
Man, it was one dude so big, man. We had niggas bouncing off on him. Like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's about right. Sounds about right.
Go ahead, bro.
But now this is the last play. Now the boys wanted to run, a dive play out of the I formation. I told them, for what? Somebody's gonna get hurt. Just take a knee, let's get out of here. So these guys, they line up in victory formation, and my running back is about 7 yards off the ball. Mm. Now, mind you, they're in like a 6-3 formation, so they ready to attack the line of scrimmage. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, he's probably gonna hand this ball off to him. I already know it. So sure enough, my quarterback turns around, hands the ball off to the running back before the running back can even get the ball clean in his hand. He got 2 dudes right there, right in the backfield.
Come on.
His helmet get loose. He fumbled the ball. One dude come right behind him, pick the ball up, run it right in
to the house, man.
Shit happens.
Man, what?
Shit happens.
He knocked his helmet loose like Madden, bro.
I'm not tell you, it happened. It happened.
I'm over here dying, my nigga. Look,
I
man.
wasn't even upset. I was like, I told you not to do it. You did it anyway. So
hey, man.
Kind of like that thing. Like when you got a kid, hey, don't touch the iron. It's hot.
What?
Don't touch the iron. It's hot. I'm gonna touch the iron. Ow! I burned myself.
So look, it was like your boy Clowney hit your boy from Michigan. It was like that.
It was about like that.
God.
It was about like that. I said, you know what?
Oh shit!
And then everybody's like, why would you run the ball? I didn't tell them to run the ball.
Oh my God, man!
I didn't tell them to run. I told them to take a knee.
Oh my God!
I gave them specific instructions. They decided not to listen.
Oh my God,
That's
man.
what happens. So.
All right. This is episode 2. Fire episode, man. Great episode, man. Look, episode 2 with Coach Holley, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, dog.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
Anytime.
We gonna come, man. We gotta come and we gonna come and fuck with you in Columbia, my nigga. We gonna come. I'm coming with the MacBook, with the mic, post game. I'm in your face. I'm there.
August 24th.
I'm there, man. Look, man. Because my thing is this right here. Like I say, I'm trying to create an avenue and a lane for entertainment, for coaches, for players, just to get people heard and get people out there. Like I say, next episode, I got Coach Walker, Coach Sean Walker, and then after that, that's gonna open up gates. I'm telling you, because look, if you didn't see my Facebook post earlier, I'm tagging people. I'm tagging people. Coach Walker, Avery Jukes, Rodney, Cuzzo, I need you, Rodney. I need you up here, cuz. Tell me about the grind. Tell me about the grit. Coach Cherry, we need you. We need you up here. I'm going to get some of the ECSU coaches. I'm going around with this thing, man. I'm using all my local resources to get out here. Y'all going to hear me. You're going to hear me. Up in Smoke Podcast, episode 2.